Hi. Oh, what the heck? I didn't know I was live already. Let me see. We're gonna decide on what fight to watch. I think I'm gonna try to do it from further away. I don't know if you guys gonna be able to see because I feel like that way maybe it won't get copyrighted because last time when I tried to play Canelo Triple G, it got copyrighted. And I think it was because it was a newer fight, but also just in case. Let me move back because I'm way too fucking close to the camera. Hold up. Okay, that's about as fucking further as we can go. But people voted yesterday that we watch some Johnny Tapia. And I was thinking, why not do the one with Barrera? But you guys let me know what you guys want to watch. Hello, hello. Dang, my hair's busted. I was wearing my hair in a bun all day, guys. Don't. But yeah, why did I blow on this? Yes, let me know what you guys want to watch. Nothing new because the British were coming for us. It's when I got the email, it said that it didn't affect my channel, that I got copyrighted, but that it was like some British channel thing that copyrighted the fight. So nothing recent, nothing like an Triple G, nothing recent. When the first time I went live to play a fight, we played I believe Pacquiao versus Morales. So let's choose something like in the early 2000s so that we don't have to fucking deal with this shit. Ever? Oh, that's a hard one. Ever? I'm going to have to go with Eric Morales. I love Eric Morales. I think I'm gonna have to go with him. I really like Juan Manuel Marquez too. Salvador Sanchez. I feel like he could have been great, but you know, gone too soon. But I guess I really like Pacquiao too. I don't know. That's a hard question. And see, one thing that bothers me though is that people are always like, go live earlier, go live earlier. But I usually go live like at 8 p.m. and there's like 20 people in here. When I go live at 5 p.m., there's like 2 people in here. So the people that tell me to go live earlier, for what? Because there's no one in here. People that tell me go live at like 5, they're not here. So it irks me. We should play Vargas versus Trinidad, and that should not be copyrighted because that shit's old. Also, these videos that I do get, they're from people who are also, I guess. See, I don't get how I got copyrighted, but then there's people who upload like full fights and they don't get copyrighted. Like, how the hell do they go around that? So let's put Vargas versus Trinidad then. And we'll put that and hopefully don't get copyrighted. If the stream goes blank, it's because I got copyrighted, okay? So let me put that shit on. Hello, the sweet science and violence. Wow. Okay, let me turn this down a little bit. And then let me go and put that on. Vargas versus Trinidad. Since that's what we're going to watch. It's decided. Vargas versus Trinidad, right? It's decided. I'm going to put it on there. And we're going to just see how that goes. If I get cut, then we'll just go live on here just to talk. But they might do it like last time where they like didn't let me go on live for the rest of the day. So let's try one more time. If it gets copyrighted, then I'm just not going to do this anymore. And I'll just go live to talk shit or something. Let me go and put that on the computer. I'll be right back.
Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no standing eight count. No three-knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight, and you can not be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
Maybe we should move it closer.
California to Las Vegas, Nevada.
I'm gonna step out of the frame.
For the biggest assignment of his boxing life, but rather rolled in.
Hold up, let me put it this way. Give me a minute.
SUV. It's basically a rolling disco. And with an eye toward enhancing his already stylized image, Vargas now presents yet another dramatically produced ring entrance.
And then I'm gonna Zoom it in.
Aztec Warriors. It looks like the famous
Jesus Christ. Okay, I don't know. I might get my big tripod and just put it in front of the TV. That ring entrance is just too fucking cool. Can y'all see? I don't know if y'all can see. I might bring my tripod in and put it in front of the TV if that's easier for you guys. That's a sick ass ring entrance.
He feels very powerfully about his heritage as a Mexican. That's why he chose the Mexican national anthem. That's why he chose this entrance.
What do you guys think about Trinidad versus Oscar de la Hoya, though? That's the question here. Who do you guys think won that one? Who do you guys think? Oscar? You guys think Oscar won against Trinidad? Oscar has like a lot of fights that were pretty close. Like with Mayweather, with Trinidad. That could have gone either way. My hair looks so fucking crazy, y'all. I think I'm just gonna put it in a fucking bun. I know I know they're doing pretty well, Vargas's kids. The only thing I remember of Vargas's kids though is about Clarissa Shields was talking shit to one of them in the amateurs. I don't know if you guys remember that. Yeah, see, and Oscar says that himself. He's like, I took the last rounds off. If I would have put a little bit more gas to the pedal, I would have won clearly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that because it's quarantine and I don't even brush my hair. Thank you. The last time I saw Vargas was, there was an episode of Fish Tank. I don't know if you guys watched, or Tank. I don't know, there's like this show on Discovery, I think, where people make fish tanks, and they were making a fish tank in the shape of a glove for his gym in Vegas, and that's pretty lit. That's pretty lit. I am drinking some Malbec. It is not the best quality. I got it from Postmates. I have not left my house, y'all, in a long time. I got it from Postmates. And it was a selection that they had at Vons, so. But it's better than nothing. I usually drink beer, but not right now. It's still too early and it makes me very bloated. Also, every time I drink beer, I have to pee like every 5 seconds, and I'm like, it's gonna be walking by. Yeah, man, Marcus got pretty, they robbed him. They robbed Marcus a couple times. So that knockout victory in the last round was necessary, more than necessary. Soon, y'all, soon, I'm ordering a monitor off of Amazon. So I don't know if you guys see this desk right here. That's going to be my live streaming area right there. And I'm gonna have a monitor. So I'm buying a monitor to play the fights, and I could be in it, and it won't be like some weird ass me clothes that over there, or me having to have like a huge tripod all high and knife. So just know that I'm working on it. There's my desk, and I'm gonna have a monitor, small monitor, so that we can all watch it together, and it's not like this. And it'll be more like, it will look better, more aesthetically pleasing. I remember Sturm got robbed when everybody getting robbed at one point. I feel like as long as people know the truth, you know, a lot of people, when they talk about fighters, they're like, oh well, people are gonna remember this as their resume, and then their resume is gonna be a victory, blah blah blah. No, but the real fans will remember. Like, real fans will know that that was bullshit, and real fans, if they're that interested, would go back just like us. We watch fights from like fucking 70s and shit just to see them, in the 80s, just to see the fights, right? Just so we can see it. We weren't able to experience it live, so let's see it. Look at Porter versus Ugas. Everybody's gonna say, oh, Porter won. Like, no, real fans know that Ugas beat Porter. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of robberies where people are gonna know. Why am I so close to the camera? Because it's zoomed in. You can leave. Y'all ask dumbass questions sometimes. I'm not close to the camera. It's zoomed in. I'm like further away, but because I zoomed it in so y'all can see. Y'all need common sense. Maidana. I think Maidana won the first fight. I do, but Floyd had it all figured out by the second fight. Floyd had them all figured out by the second. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some fights are close and they're not going to be robberies because they're close fights, you know? Like, they're not robberies, they're just close fights. Close fights, I mean. Do you guys think Trinidad is the best out of Puerto Rico? The best that Puerto Rico has offered? Or who do you guys think is the best out of Puerto Rico to this date? To this date. I think so. For me, it's hard to argue against them. Don't get me wrong, Puerto Rico has had some fucking bangers, but Tito just did his thing, man. Cotto, I like Cotto, and he did fight the best in their prime. Like, he had no excuses. But at the end, he was kind of wilded. Towards the end, he was kind of a diva-ish. You know, so I'm not like too like ooh on Cotto. I love Cotto. He gave Mayweather and Pacquiao, even though he got, you know, what happened with Pacquiao, but he put up good fights. So I really like Cotto. He wasn't scared to fight nobody. How'd I get into boxing? My dad, when I was little, we used to live in Mexico. Oh, what the fuck is happening? We used to live in Mexico, and we were watching boxing on Azteca, and we just watched boxing. And then when we finally moved to the U.S. in 2001, he got us a black box, so we would be able to watch all the pay-per-views for free. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that on live stream. I'm gonna get the FBI in my house. Okay, what the fuck is happening? I don't think that's my cable. I think that's just somebody probably recorded this out of like a VHS. And you know how the VHS does those things? I think that's what it is. Because that's the first time that happens, and we've been streaming fights for 3 days now. Should I find another stream or should I just leave it? Y'all are the bosses here. Oh yeah, dude, I love that whole buildup because I love how Margarito's like, oh that Coto, como like how do you say? It's chillo, like how he cries. Oh that Coto, how he cries, or something like that. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna beat you. I love that. What do they call face-off with Max Kellerman? Oh man, that's one of my favorite Max Kellerman face-offs between Cotto. Cotto pulls out a fucking iPad. And Cotto's like, look at here, and he like zooms in on the gloves. Remember when they used to do that? Remember when they used to like have pictures of the judges? Man, I miss HBO. Wait, is this HBO or is this Showtime? This might be Showtime. This might be Showtime actually, or is it HBO? Right? Oh yeah, HBO. Showtime wasn't for reals back then. But I remember they used to do that. They were the ones that did the judges. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll shut up because I mean I don't know. What do you guys want? Let me know if you guys want like more of me talking, more of me shutting the fuck up so we can watch the fight. Maybe I should lower it a little bit. Let me go lower the volume a little bit. Yeah, Miguel Cotto wanted all the smoke from everybody. Hold up. Damn, people booing. People booing Trinidad. Man, Tito was that bitch. Does it trip you guys out to like look at the older fights and look at people that you see in these current fights, but they're younger? Like that always trips me the fuck out. What was the best fight that you guys ever attended live? like the best fight you guys attended live that you guys were like, holy fuck, this is awesome. Like, I'm never gonna forget this. I loved how confident he was, dude. Vargas was no joke either. 66 defenses. Do you remember watching this live? No, I don't. Because back then when these were on, like when was this? What year was this? First of all, because back then, my dad used to make, like, I would watch them with my dad, but he would make me watch them. I mean, I wasn't, like, super enthusiastic about it. It was later, you know, as more as I actually paid attention that I would definitely, like, I started falling in love with it. What year is this? What year exactly is this? Oh, the hand wraps, they're saying that he was using, like, this, basically, like, cement, right? Like a cast, I mean, like they would put something in the wrap so when it gets wet, it turns into like cast or like cement type of thing. So yeah, I mean Mosley told on him, so did Cotto obviously. Canelo versus El Perro, bruh, you were there live? Were you pissed that they stopped the fight? Because people were booing when they stopped the fight. People were booing against it, but yeah, 2001. I wasn't even 2001. How old was I in 2001? I think I was not even 10 years old yet. So I promise you, not even being 10 years old, I would watch this, but I was a child, you know, like I didn't really, just like my kids, they watch shit right now and they come and they like, you know, they watch and they get entertained, but they're not like, oh my God, like what is happening? Who's this guy? And what are they? Damn, the first round, dude. Dude, they don't make them like that no more. They don't make them like that anymore. See, that's the thing. I always say, like, take your fucking time. Take that 8 count. Take the fucking count. Because gather yourself. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking a fucking knee. Or taking the whole count standing up. Like, there is no shame in that. But when they try to get up too fucking fast, that's what happens. They keep getting knocked down because they don't recover their legs. They don't even have time to, like, process what the fuck is going on. That's what happened with Teofimo versus Comey. Don't get me wrong, Comey was gonna get knocked the fuck out regardless. But Comey, if you notice the way he fell and the way his legs crossed, Comey tried to get up too fast. Comey tried to get up way too fucking quick. And that's what happened. See, Vargas is fucking lucky here. You know, like, because he got dropped twice almost immediately because he didn't let his legs recover. But he's a badass motherfucker, so he's gonna keep going at it. You know, he's gonna keep going at it. But that doesn't always happen. Not everybody has that ability to be able to get knocked down twice and get up. I mean, Marquez, he got knocked down 3 times against Pacquiao, and then he got up, you know, to finish the fight. But I really wish fighters would sometimes just take the knee or take, you know, like stand up and take the count, take the whole count, like relax. Because when they just get up like that, this is what happens. Like, I don't get it. It's just crazy. Like, I really wish, and you're right, it is pride. Like, people are like, no, they don't want to. I wasn't even born yet. Yeah, so there's a lot of fights that I watched with my dad that at the moment I didn't appreciate. So I have to go back and watch them and be like, damn, like I didn't pay attention to this. The epitome of my childhood was Barrera versus Morales, the trilogy. So that's what made me like stick to loving boxing, because I watched that shit and I was like, whoa. And I was in Mexico when all this happened. So I was like, yo, I love this.
Vargas goes to a neutral corner, not to his own corner after that round. That one that he can go anywhere. That was some gutty performance by Vargas.
It was actually like the anniversary this month, right, of Cesar Chavez's Meldrick Taylor. What do you guys think about that? I do think Meldrick Taylor, I'm glad he got knocked out because I'm glad he got knocked the fuck out because not only because I'm Mexican, it might be because I'm Mexican, I don't know. But yes, he got up, but the referee was asking him like, come forward, like how, he didn't answer. He didn't answer. It's his fault. He didn't answer. Like, answer. He was all, you know, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Chavez Sr. should have lost that fight. And yeah, he was losing on the scorecards. I think 2 judges had him down on the scorecards. But they asked Taylor, hey, what did he ask him? The judge was like, come forward or something, and he didn't. So it's like, he gone. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, it was only 2 seconds. Just like recently that happened with Oscar Valdez and that kid, Lopez. What's that kid? It's like some young-ass kid who actually got the balls to go last minute against Oscar Valdez. Who, in my opinion, Oscar Valdez is fucking food for anybody 130. But shit, give him to Berchelt. Berchelt's gonna destroy that kid. It's gonna be a good ass fight though, so I'm looking forward to that one once the quarantine is over, hopefully. But what I'm saying is that kid, he knocked down Valdez, and then Valdez comes and hurts him. I think he knocks him down, right? Did he knock him down? I think he did knock him down. But then Valdez had him hurt, and there was only like 7 seconds left of the round, and they stopped the fight. And I'm like, why they stop the fight when this kid is obviously still very game? And this kid was, I think he was up on one of the judges' scorecards or 2. I'm not sure which scorecards he was up on. I know he was up on at least 1 scorecard. So it's like, they definitely stopped that fight to protect Oscar Valdez, and can nobody tell me otherwise. Because yes, the kid was hurt, but there was 7 seconds left in that round, or less than 7 seconds in that round. And he had dropped Oscar Valdez before already. And he was like, hurt. Like, he was staggered, but he wasn't like, oh, hurt. You know, so I'm like, why are you guys stopping this shit? But I know exactly why. No, but your mom does, and I'm subscribed to her, and I masturbate to your mom every night. Tell her I'm gonna give her a nice tip later on. Yeah, Pacquiao versus Marcus, all 4 fights. Man, we should do that. We should do that for this weekend. Just like binge watch all the goddamn Marcus versus Pacquiao fights. Yeah, March 17th, the ref asked him twice, are you okay, are you okay? And he didn't answer. Yeah, he didn't even acknowledge the ref.
No, he needs to stay away for a couple of rounds and get his legs back under him. That's what he should be doing.
I don't know. Check out my social medias. They're everywhere. All my fucking social medias everywhere. I don't have anything private. I don't know why you guys ask dumbass questions on here that don't relate to boxing. Go on my fucking Instagram. Go on my fucking Facebook. Go on my fucking, I don't know, Twitter, and go find out. Why are you guys asking stupid ass questions that don't relate to boxing? From now on, if you guys are ask stupid ass questions, y'all are getting fucking put out of here. Get out the fuck out of here. Y'all can ask me this shit on Twitter. Y'all can ask me this shit on Instagram. This is a channel for boxing. We're talking boxing. Y'all want to ask me personal questions or look at fucking pictures of when the fuck I looked like 10 years ago? Go look at them. I have them all on Instagram. I have them all on Facebook, YouTube. Bye. Go look. My Instagram is fucking public. Billy Hill Saunders. My Facebook, it's Lily Ulloa. It's there. So is my Twitter. Go look at everything you need to look at. Answer. Do your own fucking research. Why are you guys asking me stupid ass questions during this live? Yeah, it's Billy Hill Saunders.
Well, he called him a baby, and so far he's been everything except diaper and powder.
Vargas is just his legs. See, it's like his legs are still pretty shaky, regardless of the rounds continuing on. Puerto Rican Bruce Lee. See, Danny Garcia, I just never got sold on him. Y'all never sold me on Danny Garcia. He's okay. To me, he's a B plus level guy. B plus. I wouldn't say he's elite. I wouldn't say he's A. He's just definitely like B plus, A minus maybe. I'm not mad. I don't get mad. It's hard for me to get mad. What I'm saying is that y'all should, you guys can add me on all social media. Ask me those questions somewhere else. It's literally like y'all are dense as fuck to be asking me stupid shit like that here. Go ask me on Instagram. Hey, do you have an OnlyFans? I'ma still say no. But ask me over there. Why you gotta ask me while I'm fucking watching it? Here's a boxing channel. If I wanted to promote an OnlyFans, I would have told you guys a long time ago, hey, I have an OnlyFans, go subscribe to that shit. But I don't. And if I did, I would tell you guys. I would say, hey, go buy my shit. But I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know who wins versus Ryan or Gervonta. I used to say Gervonta because Gervonta has, a big punch. But Gervonta is so undisciplined. Will he even make weight? Gervonta's very undisciplined. He doesn't have a good resume. I mean, neither does Ryan. They both have like questionable resumes. But Ryan has had, in my opinion, the better competition. And I think he proved it in the way that, Fonseca, he knocked him out in seconds into the first round. Meanwhile, Gervonta went 9 rounds with him, and Gervonta won 11 rounds with Gamboa. And Ryan was supposed to fight Gamboa in the undercard of Canelo versus Triple G when it was supposed to happen on May 5th, but it didn't happen. So then he went to fight somebody else because the fight with Triple G and Canelo, the first one, because of the computer rule, it didn't happen. So then that made Ryan not have his first pay-per-view, basically. Danny Garcia is someone you like, Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence. Okay, Danny Garcia is not beating Errol Spence. And he is not beating Manny Pacquiao. No offense. If that would happen, I would think that I would say, he's A, he's an A type guy. He's grade A, elite type of shit. But he's not. He went 12 rounds with Ivan Redcatch. I don't want to hear about him fucking beating Spence or Manny Pacquiao. No offense. I don't say stop, just not here. You guys can make all your comments on all my fucking other social medias. Go make all those comments over there. Not while we're watching this, not while other people are on this shit talking boxing. We're here to talk boxing, not to talk your pervy ass, stupid ass shit. Y'all really think that? Go fucking tell me on my fucking Instagram or something. I think Tank, I don't know, because Santa Cruz is high volume, but he doesn't have any pop behind his punches. But he does have pretty good defense. A lot of, Santa Cruz is good with keeping his gloves up to his face. But he has that tick. You guys notice that tick that Santa Cruz has? Where he'll throw a punch and he does this? And in my opinion, it's like, if anybody can time him, they'll fuck him up. All you gotta do is time that tick. And you guys can fuck him up pretty good. That power is suspect 135. Is Virgil what? It's Virgil. I know. It's supposed. Well, my birthday's on Thursday, and I was supposed to go see that fight. Well, I was gonna cover that fight. I was gonna like go drink after. Like that was gonna be my birthday weekend. Virgil Ortiz's fight. I think Canelo lost both Triple G fights. Don't at me. Okay, I won't at you. LOL. LOL. Tank gonna hurt him. Leo's too small. Yeah, I don't know why Leo went up to 130. It's stupid as fuck to me. Oh, look at that shit. I don't know why Leo went up to... Leo and Valdez moving up to 130 is unnecessary as fuck to me. Y'all got so much competition at 126 that y'all can fight, but you don't. And y'all want to move up to 130 where y'all are food for everybody? Like, I don't understand that. I don't. And I don't understand why Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell has never happened. Like, they're both PBC. They're both without Heyman. They're both 126. They're both champions. Why the fuck did that not happen? It's so goddamn annoying to think about that specific fight. I still love Canelo. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that that fight did not happen. Like, why is it not happening? Yeah, I asked Leo, and he's like, well, I asked Al Heyman. And you guys can watch that interview here. I have an interview with Leo Santa Cruz here where I asked him, like, why are you guys not fighting? Like, why are you moving up? Why are you moving up when literally this man disrespected your father and you're moving up instead of fighting him? Like, I don't get it. And he's like, oh, I asked Al Heyman. And I'm like, aren't you the boss? Like, what you gotta ask people for? Okay, Jim. Oh, rest in peace. Oh my god. Damn. I miss these type of fights, man. I fucking miss these type of fights where the fucking fighters were both so good that they knock each other down and they keep fucking going. Like, I know we complain about cherry picking, right? We always complain about cherry picking. But then when there's two good fighters fighting each other, it's either gonna be very boring because they're both like really good and they're not going to be super, their usual style where they're going to be just trying to knock each other out. Like, no, they're gonna be careful because they both know they both know how good they are and they both don't underestimate the other. So most fights that are between two elite fighters are not going to be super action packed for the most part. But sometimes you do get some really good fucking matches between two guys because they want to prove something, and back then it was when we're gonna fucking prove something. And I was just more like, well, I just want this W on my record. There was nothing to prove. There's nothing to prove much anymore. Now people just want that W, no matter how they get it. A lot of people are gonna be like, well, look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua just wanted to cruise his way into a victory against Andy Ruiz. He was not gonna stand in there, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with catching your victory however you need to catch it, because every fight you gotta fight different. Every opponent is a different fight that you fight. But back then it was more like, no, I'm gonna leave it all in the fucking ring, and if I lose, oh well, but I'm gonna leave it all in the fucking ring. So that's what I miss. But a lot of times, again, like I said, when big elite fighters fight each other, it's kind of like not that great because they neutralize each other's power or each other's, advantages over the other. Oh yeah, Virgil is going to. I think Virgil is the thing about Virgil is he's gonna keep getting the shitty end of the stick because people are gonna say, "Oh, Virgil's too green. Virgil Ortiz is too green," and he's a low reward. He's high risk, low reward. People are not gonna want to fight him right now because they say, "Oh, he's young, he's too green," but he's got hands, so he's high risk, low reward. I don't know. I don't care who wins between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Do I want to see it? Yes. Do I care who wins? Not really. Stanky leg. I saw an interview recently where Vargas said he was still pissed because of low blows. Don't get me wrong. These motherfuckers hold grudges. Like, oh yeah, they're friends, but no, they still don't. They're not friends. They'll get along for like just to be what do they call it, cordial, but they're not gonna be friends. Barrera Morales, yeah, they're now commentating together and they're more civil, but you think they like each other? I don't know about all that. Yeah, when it's two elites, it's usually more tactical again because they're not like over. They're just not overthinking it, and they're not like, oh, my opponent ain't shit, so I'm gonna just go at him. They know, they're aware of each other's strengths, so they're not gonna fucking go there. And that's why the rematches are like, sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse, sometimes they're better, because like they're like, okay, well, I gotta kind of figure it out now. Let me see how it goes. So se sueltan más, because they both know each other better. So se sueltan. No, I don't like those. I don't like those what ifs and what ifs. I don't know, honestly. Did it throw him off his game? Maybe, but I think he had already. If you take those low blows away, it's the styles and it's the fact that he got dropped. That I don't know. I don't think he would have won. I don't know. But then again, it's different because look at a lot of people like to mention Lomachenko versus City Salido versus our Lord and Savior City Salido. City Salido was fucking dirty in that fight. Let's be honest here. Salido was dirty as fuck against Lomachenko. He was headbutting. He was doing all bunch of shit. But would we say Lomachenko would have won if City Salido would have not done that? I don't know. Maybe so. I don't know. But it was like a good wake-up call to Lomachenko to be like, yo, bitch. Like, that's not how it works here. Like, yo, Lomachenko, this is a pros. You're going to get people who are going to be dirty. And you're going to have to adapt to that. This ain't the amateurs. Have you ever? No, I haven't. I'm gonna try to make a trip to Vegas as soon as the quarantine is over. So I'm gonna try to go and visit gyms over there. Last time I visited gyms in Vegas was for the Canelo Kovalev weekend, and I didn't interview Devin Haney, but I was there watching him spar and shit. Who you got? Billy Joe Saunders or Canelo? Canelo. Especially at 168. At 160 would have been like more of a 160 think you would have been more competitive. 168 Canelo. Excessive hugging in a boxing match isn't allowed professionally boxing either. Yeah, Lomachenko. Yeah, see, so that's why I don't like the what ifs and what if. Like, no, that's the way it happened. I don't like to be like, what if this? What is that? I know a lot of people are like fans of that, of like saying, oh, well, what if this would have happened, or fantasy matchup. I usually don't like to discuss those because, let's be honest, it's never happened. We're never gonna know. So people get so worked up over fantasy matches, or what if this would have happened. Like, it didn't. Why are you guys mad? Like, it's cool to imagine, and it's cool to discuss the possibilities of what if this and what if that. But most of the time, people just get super, like, butthurt about it, and it's like, relax. That never happened. Why are you guys mad? Loma learned it's not about technique. Yeah, it's not about technique. There's shit you gotta adapt to in the professionals that it's not technique-wise. Like, you can't adapt to this technically. Like, you have to fucking do something about it. I hope so, Eduardo, because goddamn, I'm dying over here. All we could do is watch reruns. But honestly, the thing I love about boxing is that it's cool to watch reruns. We could watch reruns of boxing and they won't be old. I don't think I would go back and watch the reruns of like a World Series. I wouldn't go and watch the reruns of like a Laker game. I don't think. Boxing is good in the way that you can watch reruns, and it's always fun every single time.
He seems to be in control now of the situation right here in the fifth round. Vargas seems remarkably calm for somebody who's been through what he's already been through in the fight. Once again, Trinidad his left foot on that right foot, and then Vargas should take advantage of it and attack.
Wilder should step aside of Fury versus AJ. But even if Wilder does step aside, that doesn't promise that AJ is gonna fight Fury. I don't think AJ is gonna fight Fury. AJ just got his belts back from Ruiz. You think he wants to go against someone, of the caliber of Fury? Hell no. That motherfucker's gonna try to like hang on to his belt as much as he can. And I don't blame him, but also like that sucks, I know Eddie Hearn's like, oh, now that Wilder doesn't have the belts, that's he's not gonna be hogging the belts. But like, okay, so let's hope that Joshua actually takes the fights. Damn, they don't make him like this no more. I hope he makes a move. And Eddie Hearn, I trust that he'll make the move. If not, like I said, AJ just got his belts back, and he's supposed to fight Pulev, I think in June, or something like that. So it's like, you think he's gonna try to go straight to fighting Fury after just getting his belts back? Oh hell no. Oh, I'm down to have a friendly bet. I love friendly bets. Let's have a friendly bet. You wanna bet $100? I bet $100 on Canelo. You bet $100 on Billy Joe Saunders. Let's do it. I do $100 on Canelo. You do $100 on Billy Joe Saunders. Let's do it. All right, you guys, all witnesses. T, add me on Instagram or Twitter. Instagram is Billy Hill Saunders, just like Billy Joe, but just change the J to an H. And add me on Twitter if you have a Twitter. It's LILYYULLOA. $100. $100. Hopefully it happens in June. Hopefully by June all this is over and that fight happens. I'll be $100 richer. I usually bet liquor bottles. Like usually when me and my friends bet boxing, we bet liquor bottles. And I always got liquor bottles on deck. As you can see right there. I got liquor bottles. Nah, I don't know if Eddie Hearn's taking over U.S. boxing, but the fact that HBO is done does give Eddie Hearn, I think, a little bit more of a pull in things. And also, when I talked to Eddie Hearn, he said that they're trying to put Showtime out of boxing. Like they're trying to get Showtime to just give up on boxing too, which might happen because they're just doing like showbox cards recently, which are fun, but could definitely be done elsewhere. Top Rank's doing well. I think right now the biggest competitors, Top Rank with the Zone because Golden Boy's with the Zone. So I think with the Top Rank ain't doing bad. Top Rank is doing pretty well. Bob Arum ain't going nowhere. Bob Arum is fucking immortal at this point. I don't know, motherfucker's a fucking vampire or something like. I don't know if he's taking over U.S. boxing, but he's doing pretty well. All right, T, add me. We're gonna do that, okay? Don't be running away now. Wilder stepping aside is a nice idea in theory, but we're rich and put negotiate with 3 Network. Yeah, I mean, we're lucky we got them to work together with ESPN and PBC for once. What I would have loved, and I hope happens in the third fight, is that PBC and Top Rank pair their fighters together, like Crawford versus Spence for fucking, hopefully. Anybody, PBC versus Spence, any welterweight against Spence, just, if they were to just merge their fighters and fight together instead of putting bullshit-ass cards for each card. Like they did Navarrete against who knows who from I don't know where the fuck for the 6th time or something. And it's like, hey, what's his name? Vargas, the one that looks like a skeleto. What's his name? The big tall fellow out, super bantamweight. Vargas, what's his name? Fuck, what's his name? What's his first name? His last name is Vargas. Vargas just went to PBC. He used to be with Golden. Yeah, Ray Vargas. He looks like a skeleto from Nacho Libre. He went to PBC recently. So why don't they unify? Because Ray Vargas is WBC Super Bantamweight champion. But Navarrete is WBO. So why don't y'all unify in the undercard of Fury versus Wilder 3? What a concept. Please do it. Imagine how big that pay-per-view would be if they had another unification, a unification as the co-main. Or if they had Crawford, even if it's not against Spence, but if it's against like Porter, Ugas, Danny Garcia, any fucking PBC, hi Mason, any PBC welterweight. Imagine if they had that. That would make a huge pay-per-view. Guys, you're blocking the TV. Guys, you're blocking the TV.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can move on this side if you want.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's the thing. Like, imagine they could make a huge record-selling pay-per-view. Cabezones, you know that shit. You've been around them. Imagine how huge that pay-per-view would be. I'm pretty sure that would be record-selling pay-per-view if they had Navarrete against somebody we don't have to fucking Google, especially if it's a unification. Or, Ray Vargas against her would be amazing. Mexican fans, just crazy, over the top. And then, obviously, again, any welterweight from PBC against Crawford. That would be amazing. So let's hope they do that shit. Oh my god, because I'm fucking tired of this PBC Top Rank bullshit. Like, I'm sick of it. Bad bet. Canelo gonna send me on to the shadow realm. And that's the comment of the night. Canelo's gonna send BJ Sanders to the shadow realm. Yes. Who do you think is... number 1 at 122. I think I'm gonna... you know what? I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I love Danny Roman. I love that man. Like, I love Danny Roman. But I think he can win the rematch against Madrimov. See, Madrimov, he had all knockouts. Madrimov had all pro knockouts, and he didn't knock out Danny Roman. Danny Roman honestly is really underrated, but he's too passive. Danny Roman is way too fucking passive. So I think now that Madrimov has he has I think the IPF and the WBA. And then Ray Vargas has, I think Ray Vargas has WBC and Navarrete has the other one, WBO. I think Navarrete is the best one. He's big. I don't think anybody beats Navarrete right now. But I would love to see Navarrete against Madrimov. That shit would smack. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Navarrete. Errol Spencer recovered his DUI. Man, he fucked up with that. Don't drink and drive. Drink and stay the fuck home watching boxing. He doesn't seem confident at all. We just sounded Oh, I saw that. I saw they were having an Instagram live stream. I didn't tune into it. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was probably playing Animal Crossing. Do any of you play Animal Crossing? Probably not, because y'all are guys. But I got a Switch and I've been playing Animal Crossing, and that shit's so good. Yeah, I don't know. I think he knows, especially the way he looked in his last fight against that. What was that guy from Venezuela? Was it a Venezuelan guy? He didn't look that great. He was losing up until he. What made me sad is that like the Venezuelans guy and his team, they were already like celebrating, like, oh, we're champions, and then like they got knocked the fuck out. That's why you don't celebrate until after the fight. I know, yeah, they're happy they're not going to school right now, but they're still doing homework. I still have them on a curriculum. Just because there's no school don't mean they gotta just sit here and do nothing. Every morning after we have breakfast, we do an activity, arts and crafts, and then we do like a curriculum homework type of activity. And then I let them, after all that's done, I let them play with the Switch, and then we do this. Real talk, Navarrete is huge. Yeah, oh my god. Those fucking Middle Eastern Europeans, what do they call it? Eastern European guys? They ain't no fucking joke, dude. Their extensive amateur career, I know people are like, oh, the amateurs are different. The amateurs are not the same as pro. And it's true. It's so true. But those fucking Russians and Eastern European motherfuckers, like, their amateur career is what makes them who the fuck they are. So no way is. I think they remember that fight with David Lemieux, and they think that that's like super amazing. My grandma could outbox David Lemieux. Anybody with a decent boxing IQ can beat Lemieux. Lemieux is all power, and that's all he has. Lemieux has just power. He has nothing else. Nothing other than power. You saw what he did to what's it called? Stevenson? What was his name? What was that guy's name? Stevenson? The guy that Triple G beat and then Lemieux knocked out cold too? Stevens. What's his name? What's his first name? Y'all, please, Against the Ropes, help me. Against the Ropes knows all the shit. Y'all need to, really, you see the channel Against the Ropes? Curtis Stevens. That fucking podcast is the best podcast. They have fucking interviews with legends. They have interviews with Shane Mosley. They had an interview too with Francisco Mari. Francisco Mari is the bandido. So you guys should definitely follow Against the Ropes. They have really good podcasts, y'all. Like, they have interviews with legends and with, boxers all around.
Going good?
Yes. Don't block the TV, big head. And again, the good thing about this podcast is that they don't only, interview big stars, like Shane Mosley. They actually take the time to go out and interview up-and-coming fighters so that you guys can be familiar with up-and-coming fighters. Once they make it, you guys are like, hey, I saw that guy on that podcast. Like, gotta give everybody a platform. Would you call Crawford slick? Oh, depends who's running that account right now. I mean, no, because BJ Saunders has a style. Look how Triple G beat him. Triple G completely outclassed him with that jab. BJ Saunders just maintained his distance and made him miss. Triple G didn't make him miss, because, you know, Triple G's not that great on defense, or I'm not saying he's not great, he just doesn't choose to have defense. His offense is his defense. His power is his defense. But nobody would have done it like BJ Saunders, because not everybody has a style of BJ Saunders. You know what I mean? Yeah, Curtis Stevens. Thank you, guys. Man, all the former Soviet nation amateurs coming out of the movie. I know, they have like 200, 300 fights. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are y'all doing? And again, like the amateurs, I feel like in Russia and in the middle, what's it called, the Middle East and like Eastern European countries, they're amateurs. I don't think they're like our amateurs. Our amateurs are like pretty mellow. I feel like no one here is like, oh, super decorated amateurs, and even the ones that do, they don't necessarily make it big and professional. These motherfuckers, they have like 10 fights, pro fights, and they're beating everybody because they're fucking pro. You know, their amateurs background is so intense. Look at Madrimov. Madrimov had 7 fights, all 7 knockouts, and he was in line to fight Danny Roman for his belts, and he beat him. I don't think a guy from here in the U.S. with a nice decorated amateur background with 7 fights would beat them. Would beat a fucking unified champion. I don't think that would happen in the U.S. These Russian motherfuckers and Middle Eastern motherfuckers, they something else. I like care about toy table is tough. I know, dude. I think that's the fight that hurt me the most about not happening. Dude, that shit hurts my feelings, man. Because that was supposed to be like May 29th, I think, at the Madison Square Garden. And I wanted to cover that fight. I don't know if I would have gotten approved because that's a huge fight, but I would have still gone. I would have gone to New York and fucking see that fight. That fight is, oh man. And I can't believe that fucking coronavirus is getting real. I'm pissed. My favorite fight of all time? Holy shit, that's a hard ass question. I think because of the previous results in the fights in the saga, and just me being a Mexican, I'm gonna have to go with Pacquiao versus Marquez when he knocked him the fuck out. I think I'm gonna have to go to that one because, again, given the history of the saga. You know, and we're Pacquiao fans too. Don't get me wrong. I think I mentioned in our last live when we were watching Pacquiao versus Marquez, and I remember that when Pacquiao got knocked the fuck out, there was like silence for like 10 seconds. Like, we didn't celebrate. We're just like, what the fuck just happened? And then we're like, woo! You know, we started cheering because we're happy for Marquez, but we love Pacquiao, so we were very concerned for Pacquiao. But I think because, again, Marquez, in my opinion, had gotten robbed in previous fights, and because I'm Mexican, and because I was watching that fight with my entire family, and there was like a sense of unity in us that day, like we all bonded that day. I think that, as corny as it sounds, I think that's the reason that fight's my favorite one. Do you box? No, I don't. I'll probably get my ass beat by a 3rd grader. I'll probably get my ass beat by my kids. They just respect me too much, so they don't even try it. I'd rather go straight to the pros and get paid. And yeah, I mean, that's. I feel like a lot of people, that's why they do it nowadays, where they don't really want to care about having like a decorated amateur career, because again, it means nothing. I know of a boxer that I'm not going to say his name. Very good, decorated amateur, national champion, all around, multiple times. He can't crack an egg for shit. Like, he can't crack. And he signed to Top Rank. Can I ask? And he can't crack. And no offense, he's not gonna make big. I don't mind. I don't think he's going to be a champion. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't care whether fighters become champions or not. Every fighter has a fucking job in boxing. Every fighter has a role in boxing, you know? We have fighters who we know are not elite, but we love watching because they're fucking fun to watch. Look at Siri Salido, Soto Caras. All these fighters, there's a lot of fighters that we know are not going to be champions or are not meant to be champions, or they're not elite, but we love watching. Can y'all name an example of a fighter you love watching, even though they're probably never going to be champions, but they give it a fucking awesome ass fight regardless? There's a lot of fighters like that I don't mind watching, even though they're not elite level, or ooh, like, we need to stop disposing of fighters just because they're not champions or because they're not elite. Like, Not every fighter is gonna be elite. Every fighter has a role. Some fighters are gonna be the fighter that's always just gonna be the gatekeeper of it. Shisora, the gatekeeper of a division. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh look, he wobbled him again. Damn, that shit just found a home. But yeah, like nowadays, boxing fans, boxing fans are pretty ungrateful. I feel like with once you lose, it's over for you. Like once you lose, oh man, fuck this guy. If he loses, man, he's trash. Yeah, I told you he was a bum. Oh, he lost. Oh, I told you he was a hype job. Like we're pretty fucked up as boxing fans, and I'm not gonna include. I'm gonna say we, even though I don't do that. But I feel like as collectively, look at he fucking collectively, it's like. That's why MMA fighters sometimes I feel like have it better because they can lose, have many losses in the record, and they're still gonna have fans cheering them on. Look at McMuffin. Conor McMuffin, he has like a couple losses, right? If I'm not mistaken, and people still cheer him on. Thank you. Conor McMuffin has some losses, and he still gets love from the fans, and he still has loyal fans. Look at Wilder. He lost, and people are like, "Oh, see, he's a bum." When AJ lost, oh, he's a bum, and these are Olympians, you know? Oh, damn! Look at this shit, y'all. Let's just appreciate this for a second. Let's just appreciate this shit. Oh my god, they don't make them like this no more. But that's mood as fuck. Mood as fuck. I'm his mom. That's me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, boxing fans are quicker to dispose of fighters and talk shit to fighters when they lose. Or not even lose, when they look bad. Like, look at Porter. Porter's a perfect example of boxing fans being ungrateful as fuck. Porter has fought everybody at 147, and he's the only one who says, I don't care about networks. I would fight Crawford. I don't give a fuck. Like, he has a great resume. He's fought everybody at their prime. And then when he lost to Ugas, people are like, Porter, a fucking bum. Look at Porter. Oh, he lost that fight. Do I think he lost that fight? Yes. Porter lost that fight against Ugas. But my point is, when people lose, y'all don't give a fuck about them anymore. And that's sad. That's sad. Like, that's why people are scared. I feel like that's why people are scared. The boxers are scared to take big fights. Not because they're scared to lose, but they're scared to lose because they're just gonna be forgotten by the boxing fans, you know, and I don't like that. UFC fans, their McMuffin has lost, and they still love McMuffin, like they love him, and they still say, "Who the fuck are the Mayweathers?" You know, so it's like, man, we need to be better fans as boxing. We need to be more appreciative of these guys who step in the ring and literally risk their lives because we saw the fatalities we had last year. And they do their fucking thing, you know? Like, let's not dispose of boxers so fast. I know, I didn't drop the plate. Josecito Lopez, yes! Josecito Lopez is fucking fun to watch. We just saw him against, who was it? The guy with the dad bod. I love him so much, too. Fuck, I have a brain fart, guys. I haven't slept in days. But you guys, Molina. I love Molina. Molina's another guy. We know Molina's just at this point a gatekeeper. Molina's gonna keep losing. But he's so goddamn fun to watch. Molina is fun to watch, y'all. So, come on. Like, we all know boxers we know they're not gonna, like, be big anymore. They're not gonna do anything significant anymore. But we will still watch them because they're fucking fun. Molina's one of them. Josecito Lopez versus Molina was pretty fucking sick. Some fighters with... Yeah. Vargas was too brave for his own good. Yeah. He had too much pride. Brave and pride. Like, Wilder himself was calling AJ a bum. Yeah, I mean, fighters between each other, they can call each other whatever the fuck, as long as he's not racist. I don't like when they turn racist. Like, call each other bitches and hoes and pussies and bums all you want, but don't turn it into racist shit. But yeah, I mean, in between fighters, I don't care. I mean, of course, there's fighters like Canelo who don't really talk shit about the other opponents. Usyk, fighters that, like, you know, Triple G, they don't really like talk shit. But it's always more fun when they do, right? It builds up the fight when they do. Porter's a beast. I respect the fuck out of Porter, man. One of the best records in the division. He's not scared of no smoke. He'll fight anybody. He don't give a fuck about losses, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like people nowadays, that's why they, not only people are like, oh, blame Mayweather. Nah, you know, like Mayweather did what he did, but everybody's a fucking individual. You know, if people are individuals, I'm not gonna give a fuck about my record if I'm giving good fights, you know. And I feel like that's how Porter is. Porter is fighting really good fights. I can't remember the last time Porter was in a boring fight. Honestly, I don't remember a fucking boring fight from Porter. Yeah, Porter beat Spence? You really think so? I was watching that shit from the arena, and I thought, like, man, like, I remember one particular round, Porter was coming at Spence with, like, multiple punch combinations, and Spence didn't do nothing. Like, he just took it. And I was like, yo, what? Like, it was crazy to see. But, I mean, I think obviously that the fact that he got knocked down, the fact that Porter got knocked down definitely hurt him in the scorecards. And you could see it. When he got up, he's like, man, did you see when Porter got up from that knockdown against Spence? He was like, man, he was pissed because he knew that that's all the scorecards needed. Because even if it was close, it was going to be, you know, for Spence. I think he did very well, though. I think he did way better than most. Most people thought that Spence was going to knock him out. Porter has a really good chin, though. I don't know why people were coming to that conclusion. Well, we're eating recalentado from yesterday. Yesterday we made calabacitas con carnita de puerco. So calabacitas. So that's what we're gonna eat. But right now we're eating I was gonna say elotes. We're eating a plátano con lechera as a snack. What about Sarang Visai? He's fun to watch. Yeah, but Sarang Visai, I don't think he won't be champion again. Sarang Visai is a strong ass motherfucker, and he's still pretty fucking good. I'm talking about people that we know are like pretty much like washed, or I don't like that word, but you know, like fighters who we know are not gonna have no possibility of being champions, but we still love to watch. So Rungus, I feel like, you know, he can still maybe beat somebody, you know, like so Rungus. Did you guys see that video of Rungus when he knocked some guy? He punched some guy to the body and the guy threw up in the ring. Did you guys see that shit? Because that was traumatic for me to watch. He hit the guy in the body and the guy started throwing up in the ring. That's just something else. Like, that's just ridiculous. So don't get me wrong, Rock is fun as fuck to watch, but that motherfucker still got a chance. Thank you so much, Dominic, for the donation. It helps a lot. With every donation I've been getting on YouTube, again, I've been setting up. I have my desk right there, and I'm getting a monitor so we don't have to do this. So that I could be not zoomed in like you guys say, and we could just be watching fights together instead of on my TV. It'd be on a monitor and that desk, and I would have my microphone and everything set up. Thank you, I appreciate that so very much. Yeah, dude, kicked his guts out. Yes, dude, like that's what I mean. Like I do appreciate the comments around this. Like, definitely fun to watch. I do agree, but I do think that he's definitely has a chance to be to be champion again. You know. Dragon Ball Z. You guys know. You guys don't even know. Actually, right there. You guys see that thing right there? That's a Vegeta Funko Pop. It's a Vegeta Funko Pop. And no pounds, my British homies, where you at? Do you like Keith Thurman even though he got... Dude, I love Keith Thurman. That's another guy that I feel bad for, because Keith Thurman also got with a sick-ass fucking resume at 147. Him and Porter and Pacquiao have the top 3 resumes in the welterweight division. However, though, Thurman, he gets injured too much. Thurman está hecho de mazapán el güey, and then he got married. I talked about this shit in Against the Ropes podcast. Like, why did Thurman get married in his prime? Like, that is the stupidest shit you can do. Getting married in your prime, that's stupid. Might as well just quit boxing. Like, that's dumb as fuck. No offense. Like, why are you doing that for? But Thurman, he's the shit. I love Thurman, and that's another guy that I feel like people kind of were like, oh, see, Thurman, fuck him. He lost to an old Pacquiao. But, man, Pacquiao's still Pacquiao. And Thurman, there ain't no shame to losing to Pac-Man. And I think Thurman, if he actually has, if Thurman actually, comes back without injuries, hopefully, shit, I hope so, he can definitely be dangerous again. I want Pacquiao to retire. I'm scared that Pacquiao's gonna get knocked the fuck out into retirement. But I don't know, he's probably gonna fight Mikey Garcia next. Right beside Total Beast, his dad, Loca, and... Thank you so much, still in the game. Y'all are the best for your donations. I am so grateful for y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all don't even know. Especially in quarantine times. I know money's tough in quarantine times, and y'all choose to give what you can to this channel. I really appreciate it. Y'all don't even know. Yeah, Thurman was rusty, but I mean, you don't turn down a Pacquiao fight. You don't fucking turn down a fight with Pacquiao. Do I wish he would have taken another fight before that? Absolutely. But I feel like Thurman, he keeps getting injured. Like, man. Andy Ruiz selling CBD? I don't know. Yeah, I used to see Andy Ruiz every week. Multiple times a week. He trained out of Legends Boxing in Norwalk, which was a gym I frequented the most to visit fighters and interview them. He's always been a chill-ass dude. Andy is not he does talk like that. He does act like that. That's how Andy Ruiz is. He's very mellow. He's very chill. But it did hurt my feelings to see that how overweight he was for the second fight. And how much he's like, oh, look at my cars. And that's how he posted about. He's like, oh, look, oh, damn. This shit never gets old. I miss the fights with so many knockdowns because they would just go at it, man. Man, I love these fights. Fucking last round. Look at this shit. Last fucking round. And fucking Tito's already celebrating on the ropes. Instinct, yes. Man, fucking Vargas. Look at him. His legs are gone. His fucking flimsy ass arms. He can't even throw a punch. He's trying to clinch and he's just not responding. His body is not responding. And that's what I loved about the commentary for the 40 days for the AJ versus Ruiz. Oh my god. Man, Tito Trinidad is just some fucking legend, man. I love him so fucking much. In a way, he was kind of an executioner too, in a way. Yeah, that's what I liked about the commentary of all the heavyweights in that documentary the Zone did between before the Joshua versus Andy rematch. When Mike Tyson said, his mind is still responding, but his body is fucked up, right? I think those were like almost his exact words. What you do?
I didn't do anything.
Guys.
That is crazy.
Hold up.
I didn't do anything, Mom. I swear I did not do anything. I just jumped onto the couch. Boom!
Oh, my laptop died. My laptop died. But I guess it died at a good point. I guess it's over. How convenient that it waited for the fight to be over to die. So let me unzoom this. So y'all don't think I'm like way in the fucking camera. Let me unzoom it. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, sorry, lost my train of thought there. But that's what I like about the commentary from the heavyweights, because Tyson's like, even if your head's responding, and we saw that with Vargas, his head is still in the game. He still wants to be up against Tito Trinidad toe-to-toe. His body is not responding. You saw he was trying to clinch or trying to punch, flimsy ass arms. Like, your body is fucked. Like, in your head. You know what's a good example? Rocky Hernandez. Do you guys remember Rocky Hernandez? He lost recently, I think in July 14th or August 14th at the stop-up. Same thing. It was kind of tragic to see because he threw a punch and he like fell down and his like legs literally stiff as fuck. But you can see his arms still kind of throwing, and it's like, even though he's knocked the fuck out, like he's still trying to throw. That shit is crazy to me. Sorry, I'm way behind in the comments. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't like that Andy Ruiz is posting CBD and shit. Like, please post yourself working out or something. I know they were trying to get him with Dana White. I don't know if I would like that fight. Dylan White, not Dana White. That's the guy from the UFC. Dylan White. They're trying to put him with Dylan White. And I don't know about that because we know Dylan White with the B sample. We never know what the fuck happened there. But man, like Andy versus Ortiz, I would love to see it. Andy versus Chisora, I would love to see it. It's a good division anyway, you know? Keith Thurman, oh my god, I love Keith Thurman. I love the Keith Thurman versus Garcia fight. Keith Thurman took some rounds off too in the later rounds. If Keith Thurman wouldn't have taken rounds off in the later rounds, he would have beat Danny Garcia with a wider margin. Danny Garcia had no answers and he didn't even land that no-look hook. Porter and Keith are the best. Yes, Porter, Keith, and Pacquiao have the best resumes at 147. Yeah, well, Pacquiao of all time, I would assume. Yes, he motherfucking fought everybody. Thurman watched us injured like a mug homegirl. What? But y'all, like, y'all act like injuries are his fault. Y'all really think he wants to be injured? Like, y'all act so dumb sometimes. Andy's teeth, I have not seen him. Maybe he got veneers? What happened to his teeth? I know, dude. That's why I feel bad. Because, like, Andy made history. And I was disappointed because I wanted him to be like, yo, I'm the first Mexican heavyweight champion. Let me make this motherfucking country proud and, like, kick some ass. And he didn't. And he didn't even try. And that's the thing that really irks me. That he felt like he had no sense of responsibility to give back to the fans that fell in love with him in the first fight, you know? Like, bro, please. Like, why are you doing that? Do you think Ruiz? I don't know. I thought Ruiz beat Parker. Ruiz should have been champion because he had to beat Parker before Parker lost his belt to AJ. But I think Andy Ruiz has turned into the new Broner. And I don't mean it like, oh, that you'd have like scandals over domestic abuse and drugs. But that now our excuse to Andy Ruiz is, oh, well, if Andy Ruiz trains, if Andy Ruiz stays focused, right? Don't we say that about Broner? Well, not anymore. But we used to say that about Broner. Like, oh, well, if Broner stays focused, if Broner actually trains, he's going to win. Because we all knew that Broner was a good fucking boxer, especially at the lower divisions, right? Like, we used to think things like that. So it'd be like, now it's like, that's how I feel about Andy. I'm like, well, Andy, if Andy actually trains and if Andy actually stays focused, but will he? We don't know. You know, we don't know, which is sad. Tyson Vargas got fed dog Tito when he. I mean, he was young, but he was still who he was. So maybe you're right. Maybe if Vargas was a little bit older, a little bit more seasoned, but he still was, you know, he was there for a fucking reason. It was that he deserved to be there too against someone like Trinidad, and he gave him fucking good of a fight, even though we saw what happened before my computer died. I love how my computer died at like the perfect spot. Ruiz is a Polish guy who beat Areola. Nowaki. Thurman was struggling with his wife before the fight. Nah, bro. Wasn't there a picture of Thurman like playing cards or something at the casino like that night before the fight? Like that's also not a good look. And I heard he was eating pizza like 2 hours before the ring walk. Like he had pizza in his locker room. Like why would you do that? Like why are you eating pizza? I don't get it. Ruiz versus Areola. Areola, I feel like he's just done. Like I don't think Areola should fight anybody top level. Nowaki, he just lost. Yeah, Nowaki or that guy that he lost to, Hunter. What's his name? I can't believe he's relevant again. Like that's like 2012 all over again. What's his name? Hunter? What's that guy's name that beat Nowaki against the ropes? Y'all know everything. Please remind me. Hunter? Hud? What's his name? I think it's with an H. Travis Jr. is a Mexican Broner. Oh my god. I don't even want to. Yo, Travis Jr. scares the fuck out of me. Like, Hellenias. I knew it was something with an H, T. I knew it was something with an H. Thank you, Dominic. I knew it was something with an H. But what I mean is, Travis Jr. scares me. Like, I wish his family would stop enabling him and, like, put him in rehab or something. He's not right. He's not right. And at some points it's funny. At other times it's just fucking depressing. Like, I don't like to... I follow him on Instagram and he posts, like, 100 stories a day. Just, like, like this with his phone, like it's like, hey guys, blah, 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 blah. And his eyes are like huge, bigger than my eyelashes. Like he is on something, and I don't like that. I feel like I wish that they would do something about that. Yeah, Andy Ruiz versus Ortiz is fucking a bop. But I agree with the long lip boxing. I don't think it will happen because they're both PBC and they're both still trying to. Yeah, they want to make good fights, but I think they still want to have them fight fighters against